Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's Friday, and the beans are lower overnight, so is meal and oil. Corn about unchanged, and wheat's a little bit higher. Ever since the March 10th USDA World Report, which they raised the Brazilian soybean crop estimates, soybean prices have been lower. We've pushed below some initial support levels, and now we're testing some other key support levels. The funds are still long, about 90,000 contracts of beans, and it just seems like as the chart figure looks bearish, they should be thinking about getting out of some of those positions and trend lower. Next week we've got a USDA report that should show more bean acres and more bean stocks than a year ago, and so without any major problems you would expect soybean prices to continue to trend lower. As far as the corn market is concerned, you're kind of caught between the fact that there's a lot of corn still in the world, and especially here in the United States from last year's crop, and that next year U.S. farmers might plant less corn than they did a year ago. The interesting thing about it is, as we get closer to next week's report, the actual guess on how much acres farmers are going to plant is coming up and not down as much as what some people had feared. So that might be kind of a double whammy as far as corn prices are concerned. And even though the funds are short about maybe 90,000 contracts, they could see some more weakness in the marketplace. As far as the wheat market is concerned, there's just not a lot of support in the wheat market. It looks like Europe is going to add 10 million tons of wheat next year. Russia crop might be a little bit smaller, but they got bigger carry-in stocks, so their supply might be bigger. And we also look at the possibility that next year we could add 30 million tons of world corn stocks, and that could cut into the feed wheat. And so wheat prices are still under pressure just because of too much supply. But the wheat market is going to be focusing pretty close on next week's U.S. weather pattern. It looks like as of today, most of the winter wheat areas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, will see general rains late next week. And so the actual rainfall is pretty key for the momentum in the wheat market, with the funds short about 100,000 contracts. And it doesn't look like they'll get out of those positions unless there's a weather problem. Today is a big day as far as Washington is concerned with the health care vote. Right now it doesn't seem like they have enough votes, but the president wants a vote today. So we'll see how the market reacts if they don't have enough votes. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.